to my channel. My name is Alicia for those who are tuning in, and welcome back to everybody else. Today I have a brand new eyeshadow palette by Melt Cosmetics. This is my first time seeing Melt Cosmetics in Sephora stores, so I was so happy to see this. A lot of times these types of indie brands are only sold online. This is my favorite palette to date of this year. Why? Color arrangements are so beautiful. They offer so many terracottas, cool tones, and mauves in one palette. I'm really happy that it actually only has 2 shimmer shades versus all mattes, only because most palettes mattes or shimmers or vice versa, or it's not shimmery enough or matte enough or streaky. However, in the video you'll see that the color payoffs are just amazing and it's just to die for. I've been into terracottas like my whole life. I talk about terracotta a lot. Oranges, browns, warms. There could be like so many forms of terracotta. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this drugstore brand, but it's a very old and known brand, Prestige. The color was natural, but it was really cool and terracotta taupey-ish. I just loved it. Another second favorite was a lip liner called Espresso by Revlon. I mean, some of you guys may or may not know, it was just such a beautiful color. It's like a orange, red, brown, brick red, if that makes sense. So again, it falls in the same category and family as terracottas, which are my favorite. So if you guys like demo and reviews, beauty blogging, makeup tutorials, vlogs, I even have a top 5 favorite series on my channel, then consider subscribing. If you guys are interested on how I created this look, do the swatches in front of you guys, then please keep on watching. So here is how the package looks like. This is named 27 by Melt Cosmetics. I really like the warm tones on this box because it's really warm and inviting. So let's just go ahead and open up the package. It's a pretty cool package. It's nice and thin. It's a very long palette. So it just says 27 Melt Cosmetics. The back just says Melt. So let's open this guy up. Ooh! I just love things that has magnetic flaps. It's just easy. It doesn't stand up on its own though, but does it fold over? Not really. I guess it can stand up on its own with a little bit of assistance. But again, that magnetic flap is really nice. This is nice and thin, so it's easy to travel with. However, the length, I think it's a little bit lengthy. I don't know what's going on with my corny jokes today. Most cosmetic bags and cases are usually like maybe half the size or so. So I don't know if this will be travel friendly unless if you have a larger case to bring with you. So it's nice to have a mirror again for traveling purposes. Are the beautiful colors. I have not swatched any of the shades yet. This really caught my eye because of the warmth of this palette. There is a lot more mattes than shimmers in this, which I tend to gravitate to because I have a lot of shadows that have more shimmers than matte and vice versa. This palette here only has 2 shimmers and the rest are mattes. Comparing the Melt palette to the Urban Decay Heat, the color arrangements are somewhat similar. There is more shimmers than the Melt palette does, but I feel like this one's more of an equal amount. But this could be just enough, you know, after swatching it, because you could probably add some colors to it or not, so we'll see in a minute. It's a really nice package. I really like how thin it is, but I really wish it was maybe like half of it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the first color. Since we did talk about the Urban Decay Heat, let's go ahead with the first color. This is Naked Sleep. Very creamy off the bat. Look how not streaky this matte shade is. This is a very cool tone of a transition shade. It's very creamy in a matte formulation, but I'm so surprised how not streaky it is. This color here is Downtown. Just one swatch. Wow. This color is No Slip. I feel like this is a very similar shade to the first. This is more pinky peach. This is more brown, but very cool toned. Moxie. I've been really into terracotta. Wow. I've been really into terracottas. I think this is gorgeous. So far, these are all mattes and they're not streaky. So this is gonna be the first shimmer, and this color is called Crime Fighter. Ooh, this is another nice transition shade, which is a cool tone, and it's called One More Thing. 1, 3, and 6. I feel like they're so similar, but it's really pretty. All right, so this color here is called Thick. Looks like a darker, kind of smokier color. So here is the second and last shimmer. It's called Vegas Past. I mean, one swatch of these guys, look, they're not falling out. They're not, oh my gosh. Wait, what finger did I use? This one. All right, so this color here is called Whiskey Neat. It's a really cocoa brown color, and I have no room for this. Where should I put this? I'm so bad at swatching. Here we go. All right, and the last color here is called Moonchild. And I'm literally just picking it up once. And even if I'm pushing it really hard, it's not falling out. That one's a pretty color. So here are all the shades from left to right. I feel like these two have the most pigment of the mattes, but you can see all the matte shades, they're not streaky, they're not crumbly, they're so velvety. As you guys seen, I just used my fingers to swatch them, but they're not crumbly. They're not falling out anywhere. I'm so excited because this is actually my first time owning a Milk Cosmetic palette. I know I just jumped into swatching because I was so excited. I bought this 2 weeks ago and I haven't opened it or touched it yet, and I wanted to wait to film this in front of you guys, so that's why I jumped in with swatching it first. But let's go ahead and read a little bit about this on the Sephora's website. This is the new Milk Cosmetics 27 eyeshadow palette. This values at $58 and this is exclusive to Sephora. Palette with 10 sophisticated shades including gentle taupes, mysterious mauves, warm browns, and passionate terracottas to let your emotions take over. This is one of my favorite parts. It says ingredient call out, it's vegan, cruelty free, it's free of parabens, and it's also gluten free. The 27 palette is perfect for every phase and occasion, including business meetings, casual day drinks with friends, wild nights in Vegas, woohoo! And most important, your own posh birthday party. I'm very excited that this indie company is finally being sold at Sephora's because I've heard of this company many years ago. It was just hard for me to get to. So I'm so excited that they're finally in Sephora stores. Now you can purchase it. They actually have more than just this 27 palette. Let's just go ahead and get into the demo and review because I've been into terracottas, mysterious mauves, the warms, the taupes, and the cool tones, and now it's all in one palette. Don't get me wrong, I still love my Urban Decay Heat palette. I just feel like it doesn't have enough cool tones, whereas this may or may not have enough. Let's just see how they work on my complexion. So I'm just gonna use the color Downtown. There is a little bit of powder fallout. We'll see how this applies on. It's a very cool tone. Really does have a beautiful warmth to this color. It is very terracotta-like, which I like. Kind of makes my eyes look irritated, but I love the color. So I'm gonna go in with a more defined brush. I'm gonna use the color Moxie. Really wanna warm up this terracotta look. Just in the crease. That's why I'm using more of a defined brush. You see how I'm just kind of creating that crease line there? Now I'm wondering if I should just do like an all matte look. I'm not really an all matte type of person, but it may be today. So I'm gonna take a flat shader brush with the same color Moxie. I'm just gonna apply it all over my lid. So first impressions on these, the color payoff is amazing. Even the swatches are really nice. Using the brush and tapping it into the pan, there is a slight powdery fallout, and I believe it's just normal for any powder especially if you're using like a fluffy brush like I first used. If you're using more of like a packer brush like this, less will come out, so pretty common sense. But even though, just swatching it with my fingers and being a matte formulation and not streaky at all, it's a win-win. Nothing has fallen on my cheeks yet, except for here because I'm kind of dabbing close to my lash line. But so far, so good. So I'm gonna take my fluffy brush here. I take the color Thick. It's more of like a mauve color now. And I'm just going to apply this right in the crease to kind of soften up the edges there. And I'm gonna bring it up to my eyebrow bone. I'm gonna take that same defining brush, color Moonchild, just going to apply it right on the outer crease on each side of my eye for a slight transition. And definition. Blending brush. So far it's not streaky. Pretty good. This look is definitely gonna need some lashes, so I'm going to grab my little lions from Sedusa Cosmetics. Give me 1 second. Okay, I lied. I ended up using these other Kiss lashes, which are kind of funky. Oh, was I saying no slip the whole time? This color I've been using for the transition shade to blend out on top of my crease, it's called Nip Slip. I think I was pronouncing it no slip, maybe because I want it to be no slip, but it's actually Nip Slip. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face and then I'm gonna go back in to the lower lash and smoke it out because I really want this fiery terracotta smoky eyes today. I guess that's just my mood, fiery. So now going back with the shadows, I'm gonna rim my lower lashes. I'm gonna take the color Moxie, and as you can see, I kind of rimmed it on the edge here to kind of give it more of a rounder look. So it's not feathering it out this way, but it's actually just rounding it in the corners to make my eyes look more rounded. In that same brush, I'm gonna dip it into that Moonchild ever so lightly, just on the outer corners. By this time, I don't have much on my brush. Now I'm gonna feather it all the way in. I like my inner eye corners. I'm gonna take the color Crime Fighter, because this is the lightest shimmer that they have. It's not as pronounced as I want it to be because it's not a highlight shade. I should have just went in with the highlighter color, but it's not bad. For my brow bone, I'm not gonna use either one of these. I'm actually just gonna take the face palette that I put all over my face, just on the arch of my brows. A little too much on that side. I'm gonna go back in with my mascara and just apply a little bit. This actually has a lot of product in this guy. To top off this look, I'm gonna use just a clear gloss. This actually has like gold flexes in here, which I think would pair really well. See that? Just a little sheen. Like I mentioned, my lips do have like pigment, so I think using this color will just pair the look well. I don't even know if this camera does justice, guys, but this gloss has like a beautiful gold tint to it. I feel like my makeup game was pretty on point today. It's nice and even on the sides. Usually one side is like drooping, but what do you guys think? Maybe I'm not having a makeup block today, but I feel like I'm gonna rock this look all day and take some selfies. So my final thoughts on this palette is amazing. They don't smell bad. They don't smell like nothing. It smells good. I love the color payoff. It has 10 shades, beautiful shades. You have some cool tones, you have some warms, terracottas, you got some taupes. It's such an amazing arrangement for this. It has a mirror, it's easy to travel with, it's nice and thin. Only downside is that it's super long. Again, this is probably something you won't really want to travel with, but you can. $58 is an investment towards this palette. To some may like or dislike it. I actually think the pan of each of these shadows are pretty large. The quality of these are nice, the color payoff is nice, it's not streaky. It's powdery, but in a good way. It's more like creamy. So the texture is actually super soft and silky, but it's not too powdery where it just falls and crumbles all over the place. My face is so clean, there's no extra fallouts, which I am amazed by it because most of these creamy and powdery palettes, they tend to be really nice in quality, form, and color. I get a lot of shadow fallouts on my cheeks and I just get so frustrated and I end up just not filming that video or wanting to throw this away. So all in all, I really do love this palette. If you guys are interested of where you can purchase this, of course I'll put everything in the info box for you guys. I really hope you guys enjoy this first impressions demo and review video. I'm loving this makeup look. This is such a pretty color that could be worn any time of the year. I usually like to wear these colors during the fall, but I don't know what it is with this look. Maybe with the lashes I haven't worn in a long time, but I really do love this palette. Guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.